we're having a conversation on CES and different aspects of CES that we've seen over the last week. And basically, we'll talk about different electronics items that were shown in CES. At the same time, we will then talk about where we left off last week. So last week we were talking about agents and AI, and we were discussing about AI tools in the developer workflow. So we'll go back into that topic a bit. So that's what we plan to do today. So welcome everyone to this show. And Praveen, once again, welcome to this show. So Praveen, are you aware of CES and what's happening in CES right now?
Yeah, so it's a great grand fest. We can call it that way. So like it is a consumer electronics show which happens in US in Las Vegas. So there we can see a great expo of multiple startups. It could be like small startups or from the great giants like Tesla and Samsung, LG, those people. So I
Yeah.
believe this year was completely into the AI and the automation and all those aspects. So it is a great event. It is interesting to see how the world is looking through the technologies. And Samsung says it is AI for all. So it was interesting to see those.
Like you said, there are a lot of like really new innovation. Not really new actually. There are a lot of products that I think uh, they've reintroduced it as a concept and things like that. For example, the one of the things that I think you showed me, right, where it was about a robot that cleans the room, right?
Yeah,
What
so
was
it was quite interesting thing. What we have with the robot right now in the market is it cleans the small dust and everything. So this one is a bit different. What it has, it is same in the circular shape, but it also has a hand. So I believe it is of 75 of tall. Like it comes from that round and it picks the objects up to 300 grams. So if we put some leftover clothes on the floor, it comes and picks up, it puts in the cupboard or wherever on the shoe rack somewhere like that. Yeah, it is good for the lazy people. One more interesting thing, as you said, it is not new technology, but they are making it much more better. So it is a call like home. It also comes under the home automation. It is called locally. What they does is it has been automated. If the mobile device or the user comes near, so the lock automatically turns on. And also it has a feature that it has a camera also. The person inside the house can see that who's outside through the camera itself. And it has three methods of opening the door. One is using the face recognition. Next is using the number key, and next is using the mobile, like proximity, like that.
Yeah, for me, I think I like as you know, I work in the healthcare domain for the last 3-4 years, right? So for me, the product that caught my eye very much was Omnia 360. So it's a mirror kind of thing where you can stand in front of it and it will take all your vitals and all the information regarding your body and does a health checkup then and there itself. From that point of view, you have a healthcare assistant. You could say that checks all your vitals and necessary things, and can act as a healthcare companion. But yeah, I was reading it about it somewhere, and there was mentioned that okay, this much data regarding a human's healthcare, if it's shown to someone, they'll be very paranoid and very anxious about their health. So that's another aspect of that class. But I think as a concept, so that's a concept product, right? It's not. I don't think it's available in the market yet. So yeah, from the product point of view, I think it's very interesting thing. At the same time, there was another product wherein the robotics was aiding human motion. I think it was called exomotion. So what exomotion does is it is what do you say helps the mobility of a human being. There's the bio kind of legs that are attached to the body, and without the human effort or with very much less human effort, he or she can walk much more. So I think those kind of innovations around human body and things like that were interesting for me. But yeah, there was one more product that really caught my eye was the LG's TV. Did you see about that?
No, I missed that. Maybe you
Yeah.
can.
So LG launched the TV. It's just transparent, so you can see through the TV
Mhm.
on the other side. And the cost for it was $60,000 for one TV.
That's huge.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Who would buy $60,000 TV? I think there are a lot of concept electronics items that were shown there, which I think were very interesting for me. At the same time, did you check the keynote by NVIDIA's CEO?
No. Maybe you can explain.
Yeah, he actually talked for an hour, more than an hour. So I'll share few of the things that caught my eye. One is regarding robotics. Basically, NVIDIA is a GPU-centric company, right? So there were a lot of things regarding robotics where how he expects the robotics industry will grow over the next 3 to 5 or maybe a decade. But there were a lot of hardware revolving that. And from a software perspective, I think he was also mentioning about agentic AI. The key sentence, I think this sentence was stepped by a lot of Instagram accounts and shared around, where he mentioned that
the IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future.
So that was the key sentence that was being circulated on the Instagram platform. I think that was also a very insightful statement. And the comments were also funny because that is human resource. How can a human be human resource manager for an AI? But yeah, there were a lot of conversation around those things. Yeah, agentic AI. So that was also a very interesting, I think, that you mentioned there.
Yeah. So one thing comes into my mind is the Devin AI, right? So it was a quite huge topic 6 months or 7 months ago when they were doing the first initial launch, where they were able to build a complete software system within a very short time. So I was going through LinkedIn. I saw a person who posted that they have a already established system. System means they have an running application, and they have integrated Devin's AI into their Slack. What he does is, using the Devin's AI, he tries to change some features in his application. He gave some instructions and asked the Devin to find where the code is and what is being there. And he gave the instruction what to be or what changes to be made. And that's finished. The changes are done. Everything through the Slack and instant messaging. And the person who did use the Devin is not a tech guy or not a developer. That's how the world is evolving. And coming to the price, it is quite huge. For the starter plan, it comes around like $500 per month plan.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see on the live implementation. I think they launched the plan 1 month ago, right?
Yeah, somewhere around that. There was also a news article regarding the pricing for Devin, right? Where the news article mentioned that okay, you could get 2 real software engineers in India for that price.
Okay.
So yeah, $500 is a very steep price, but at the same time, it's not 100% accurate either, right? So there is a lot of input that there has to be done still. But yeah, there are few use cases where, like you mentioned, it can be 100% automated. Like Devin, I think last week Satya Nadella also showcased uh, Copilot workspaces during the AI showcase that happened in Bangalore last week. And in that showcase also, right from the GitHub issue down till the solving and the testing and the test case generation, everything was done by the Copilot workspace in the GitHub browser itself, in the browser for GitHub itself. And I think that's also a what do you say, interesting use case for the development area itself.
Yeah, quite interesting to see this fast track within a short span of time. It is going like an exponential growth.
We've come back to the code tools from the last week.
You were explaining about a VS Code 4 tool, right?
Yes. Yeah. So now I wanted to show about Cursor. This one was a project that I had built with a Cursor.
Wow, this entire website has been done by prompts. Quite interesting to see.
Yeah. So this is the entire website, and it's completely made by prompting. So I think there is some issue with images here. So let's just ask about that. The images. So what I've asked is, if there is no image to be shown, then show a default white box. So let's see how it changes the code. So I'm not told about which file it is or where to make the changes. I have not shown. anything about that. I just made the, what do you say, shown about the prompt. If I go here, where does it begin? Yeah, right here. That's code one by one.
You have to review and apply.
Yes. Project card.
And how do you feel about the accuracy of this? Like what percentage? Is it 80-20 or 90-10?
It's sometimes good, but there are people who actually build like complete applications using this. In the AI aspects, have you seen the Google like landing page for that?
No, not yet.
This is the Gemini DeepMind landing page. So new era of agentic experiences, multi-model things. They're introducing with the new, what do you say, new model. The most important, like, what do you say, interesting, at least for me, was it this one? Yes, project management. Okay. So what is project management? A new way to use your browser. So there is a Google Chrome extension where you can just go in and type what you want. So in the demo, what's showing here is there's a list of companies here, and she wants to actually get few details about these companies. And what it does is it goes in. Where is the old demo?
Your audio is
Yeah, I'm turned off your audio for the video. Okay, so it has asked. She has asked it to actually get the contact email for the companies, and this extension actually goes in and does the automation, where it goes into every company and automatically gets the email IDs for each of them. And after looking at the whole thing, we have not specified it on how it should get the data, but based on the prompt itself, from the from the Google Sheet, just gone through and got the like email IDs based on the prompt. So I think the website browsers being the agent, instead of one person going in and searching it manually. So this is I think, very interesting tool for me. And this is, what do you say?
beta mode, I think.
Yeah. So this is still in like a wait list kind of thing. There is another tool that is currently, yeah. So the other one that I've seen is this one, Adobe browser. So it's similar to what we've just seen from Google. So this was, I think, this actually came a little bit before the other one, and it's still in development. But like what I just mentioned, it can actually go. It is a browser extension on Google Chrome. It can go in and do all the things that you tell it to do in the kind of like an automation. So some of the examples is shown here. Compare prices of iPhone 16 across Amazon's and Apple's websites. So it will go in and do the things, the web research. So I think there are two aspects of it. One is agentic AI itself, where there is a lot of ecosystem that's currently being built there. And the second is assistant kind of tools, like we talked about, Copilot Workspace, which is an assistant. Cursor, you can't say it is an assistant, but on a developer front, you could say it helps in some way or not.
Or we can say it as it is an union of both agent
Yeah.
and assistants.
At the same time, the tools that I just shown up in the browser extension, right? A project partner from Google and the Do browser by a solo developer. I think that's a very interesting project for me. So both of them are like a browser assistant, wherein you go and tell the prompt and it actually does everything automatically. I think that is an interesting point of view, I think. But at the same time, there is the other aspect where the agents, where you are automating the whole process and giving it to a group of AI agents. There are a couple of, not couple, there are a lot of applications that is being surfaced right now. I think we would need to talk a little bit more in depth, and I think we are running out of time for now.
Yeah.
So I think we can talk about AI agents next week, but we'll talk about that in depth of what is AI agents, what's working, what's not working, things like that, and general state of the industry. Yeah, and let's talk, catch back up again next week on AI agents. Thank you guys, and see you guys in the next one.